Hello, welcome. This is another video for IEOR 190G at UC Berkeley. And today we're going to be looking at a particular patent that is being disputed right now. And we're going to be talking about what this patent, what the invention of what the invention does, how it's being used, and what some of the implications of this lawsuit might be. Now, the title of this patent is Real-Time Signal Processing System for Serially Transmitted Data. And the patent number is 6343263, and the date for this patent is January 29th, 2002. Now, the plaintiff in this lawsuit is Apple, and the defendant is HTC. Now, I'm really excited to be talking about Apple and HTC again. This was the topic for my first video, which you can find on my channel if you want some background information on the strategies and the interactions of these companies. But once again, this is Apple's way of attacking Google via suing a distributor. Now, this patent was originally disputed in an ITC court, which ruled in HTC's favor, and it has since been reopened in a U.S. District Court. Now, before I talk about the actual lawsuit, I'd like to give you a little background on the invention in question. Essentially, the real-time API handling unit disassembles a wide variety of data streams electronically, making them very usable and organized. Now, there's many different elements to this patent, 41 claims to be exact, but the basic idea isn't that hard to grasp. Think about it this way. The capabilities of the Android system to easily incorporate so many different types of data, whether that be voice, video, text, or what have you, is made possible through this hardware and virtual processing system referencing multiple subsystems. So it's a pretty big deal, and it's very essential to the entire Android system. Now, this is where it gets really interesting in the lawsuit. This patent doesn't just relate to a simple application-based system of Android that could easily be phased out or easily replaced with a different model if necessary. This is Android. This is its core. So you're probably wondering right now, how is it possible that this could happen, that Google would build their design around an idea that Apple owns? Now, the answer is a former Apple employee named Andy Rubin left Apple to work for Google, and he essentially stole this technology. Now, originally, he was a low-level engineer whose job was to report on the development and progress of the system to investors rather. So he knew all the ins and outs and the inner workings of the system. So then he leaves Apple and eventually ends up working for, guess who? Android Incorporated. So here's a little depiction of what transpired over Andy's career, his involvement with different projects, companies, etc. And you can see the dotted trail shows his line of influence in these sectors. So it's pretty interesting. You can see he starts at Apple, he goes through some iterations, and eventually ends up working for Google, where he was involved in the development of the Android system. Anyway, it's going to be very interesting to see how this lawsuit plays out. The outcome could potentially be very devastating for Android and its distributors, and I think there's a lot of potential to see Apple step in like Microsoft did with licensing and royalty demands. So thank you for watching. I will see you next week.